today we have pretzels, hockey sticks. But we are playing the game, and we're also eating hockey sticks.
This is episode 4.
And you guys, Loki shared about Chiaki. The hair does. I don't know why. She's always cheerful. Normally she is. Unless people start fighting and shit. Why?
Okay, wait.
Wait, they don't know who to play.
They probably do.
Yeah, probably.
We're gonna play those games next, so. Yeah. So, this is who they all remind me of. Nurse Girl.
Yeah, definitely.
Hiyoko, banana hair.
Yeah.
I think. Okay, I'll do her later. Her, Ibuki, the music girl, because she's always like really happy and loud, and she gets, you know.
Yeah.
So their death is even similar. And she reminds me of, I'd say like a mix between Sonia and Chiaki, which is the princess and the gamer girl, because they're always like, she's always trying to take charge and make sure everything's okay and make sure everything's alright.
Bro, the end. Wait, Sonya, bro, she started cursing.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, and I did not expect it.
She's watched the first and the second game of Danganronpa, but it was a long time ago, and she just recently watched the second game, so she doesn't remember anything from the first game. She remembers a little bit from the second game because she just recently got remembered, and she didn't even know that there was a third game. Or the Danganronpa Another Episode, UDG one.
Yeah, all of them.
I have all of them.
So,
Okay. Are you ready?
yeah. I love hockey sticks. I highly recommend them. I wish they would sponsor us, but we don't really get much sponsored.
No.
Yeah.
Okay. Ready?
The last one was kind of freaky. Freaky deaky.
Freaky deaky.
A bunch of this happened. Yeah.
Except it wasn't a pocky stick, it was a finger.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go.
I'm going crazy.
I see an annoying girl running toward me from the distance, waving her arms in the air like she's totally oblivious to any attention she might draw to herself. That girl is my neighbor and good friend since we were children.
It's supposed to say Chiaki.
Sayori?
Oh.
Okay. You know, the kind of friend you'd never see yourself making today, but it just kind of works out because you've known each other so long. Does that sound familiar? This happened in the beginning of the game. We used to walk to school together on days like this, but starting around high school, she would oversleep more and more frequently, and I would get tired of waiting up. But if she's going to chase after me like this, I almost feel better off running away. However, I just saw an idol in front of the crosswalk and let catch up to me.
What's happening?
It's an ordinary school day, like any other. Mornings are usually the worst, being surrounded by couples and friend groups walking to their school together. Meanwhile, I've always walked to school alone. I always tell myself it's about time I meet some girls or something like that, but I have no motivation to join any clubs. I'm perfectly content just getting by on the average while spending my free time on games and anime. There's always the anime club, but it's not like there would be any girls in it anyway. Did you notice that? He said he's never had anyone to walk to school with. She doesn't exist anymore.
Huh? What's happening?
The school day is as ordinary as ever, and it's over before I know it. After I pack up my things, I stare blankly at the wall, looking for an ounce of motivation. clubs. There really aren't any that interest me. Besides, most of them would probably be way too demanding for me to want to deal with. I guess I have no choice but to start with the anime club. Hajime? Monica? Oh my goodness, I totally didn't expect to see you here. It's been a while, right? Yeah, it has. Monica smiles sweetly. We do know each other. Well, we rarely talked, but we were in the same class last year. Monica was probably the most popular girl in class. Smart, beautiful, athletic. Basically completely out of my league. So having her smile so genuinely at me feels a little... What did you come in here for anyway? Oh, I've just been looking for some supplies to use for my club. Do you know if there's any construction paper in here? Or markers? I guess you could check the closet. You're in the debate club, right? About that. I actually quit the debate club. Really? You quit? Yeah. To be honest, I can't stand all of the politics around major clubs. It feels like nothing but arguing about the budget and publicity and how to prepare for events. I'd much rather take something I personally enjoy and make something special out of it. In that case, what club did you decide to join? Actually, I'm starting a new one. A literature club. Literature? That sounds kind of dull. How many members do you have so far? It's kind of embarrassing, but there are only 3 of us so far. It's really hard to find new members for something that sounds so boring. Well, I can see that. But it's really not boring at all, you know? Literature can be anything. Reading, writing, poetry. I mean, one of my members even keeps her manga collection in the club room. Wait, really? Yeah, it's funny, right? She always insisted that manga is literature too. I mean, she's not wrong, I guess. And besides, a member's a member, right? Did Monica say she? Hey, Hajime? By any chance, are you still looking for a club to join? I guess so, but... In that case, is there any chance you could do me a big favor? I wouldn't ask you to join, but if you could at the very least visit my club, it would make me really happy. Please? Well, I guess I have no reason to refuse. Besides, how could I ever refuse someone like Monica? Sure, I guess I could check it out. Awesome. You're really sweet, Hajime. You know that? It's nothing, really. Shall we go then? I'll look for the materials another time. You're more important. And thus today marks the day I sold my soul to Monica and her irresistible smile.
That's not how it goes.
Well, there's no cupcakes because Sayori didn't get Natsuki to make any because Sayori doesn't exist anymore.
I mean, who's the third girl? She said there was 3 of us.
She was including herself.
Oh. Well, we need Sayori back. And what happened? Like, we need to go back.
We can't. I already showed you that we can't save the loads because it says error corrupted.
Oh my god. You guys, this is sad. Does this, like, keep on happening?
I guess, yeah.
Bro. It's the point of it.
I timidly follow Monica across the school and upstairs.
Except for this time, she's gonna die.
A section of the school I rarely visit, being generally used for third-year classes and activities. Monica, full of energy, swings open the classroom door. I'm back! And I brought a guest with me. Huh? A guest? Seriously? You brought a boy? Way to kill the atmosphere. Don't be mean, Natsuki. But anyways, welcome to the club, Hajime. All words escape me in this situation. This club is full of incredibly cute girls. So, let me guess. You're Monica's boyfriend, right? What? No, I'm not. Natsuki. The girl with the sour attitude, whose name is apparently Natsuki, is one I don't recognize. Her small figure makes me think she's probably a first year. Anyway, this is Natsuki, energetic as usual. And this is Yuri, the vice president. It's nice to meet you. Yuri, who appears comparably more mature and timid, seems to have a hard time keeping up with someone like Natsuki. Yeah, it's nice to meet both of you. So, I ran into Hajime in a classroom and he decided to come check out the club. Isn't that great? Wait, Monica, didn't I tell you to let me know in advance before you brought anyone new? I was going to, well, no. Sorry. I didn't forget that, but I just happened to run into him. In that case, I should at least make some tea, right? Yeah, that would be great. Why don't you come sit down, Hajime? The girls have a few desks arranged to form a table. Yuri walks to the corner of the room and opens the closet. Meanwhile, Monica and Natsuki sit across from each other. Still feeling awkward, I take a seat next to Monica. Oops. So, I know you didn't really plan on coming here, but we'll make sure you feel right at home, okay? As president of the Literature Club, it's my duty to make the club fun and exciting for everyone. I'm surprised there aren't more people in the club yet. It must be hard to start a new club. You could put it that way. Not many people are very interested in putting all the effort into starting something brand new, especially when it's something that doesn't grab your attention like literature. You have to work hard to convince people that you're both fun and worthwhile. But it makes school events like the festival that much more important. I'm confident we can all really grow this club before we graduate. Right, Natsuki? Well, I guess. Natsuki reluctantly agrees. Such different girls, all interested in the same goal. Monica must have worked really hard just to find these two. Yuri returns to the table, carrying a tea set. She carefully places a teacup in front of each of us before setting down the teapot in the middle. You keep a whole tea set in this classroom? Don't worry, the teachers gave us permission. After all, doesn't a hot cup of tea help you enjoy a good book? I guess. Don't let yourself get intimidated. Yuri's just trying to impress you. That's not. Insulted, Yuri looks away. I meant that, I believe you. Well, tea and reading might not be my pastime for me, but I at least enjoy tea. I'm glad. Yuri faintly smiles to herself in relief. So, Hajime, what kind of things do you like to read? Well, considering how little I've read these past few years, I don't really have a good way of answering that. Manga? I mutter partly to myself, half joking. Natsuki's head suddenly perks up. It looks like she wants to say something, but she keeps it quiet. Not much of a reader, I guess? Well, that can change. What am I saying? I spoke without thinking after seeing your sad smile. Anyway, what about you, Yuri? Well, let's see. Yuri traces the rim of her teacup with her finger. My favorites are usually novels that go deep in complex fantasy worlds. The level of creativity and craftsmanship behind them is amazing to me. And telling a good story in such a foreign world is equally impressive. Yuri goes on, clearly passionate about her reading. She seems so reserved and timid since the moment I walked in, but it's obvious by the way her eyes light up.
Do we have to write another, column?
Yeah. That she finds her comfort in the world of books, not people. But I like a lot of things. Stories with deep psychological elements usually immerse me as well.
Do you think the same thing can happen over again if I pick her again? I think the same thing just happens every single time I'm down.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I know it's gonna happen, so I'm just gonna lay down. Okay.
Isn't it amazing how a writer can deliberately take advantage of your own lack of imagination to completely throw you for a loop? This one's a lot more interesting though, because there'll randomly be glitches. So you might want to lay down and watch this. Anyway, I've been reading a lot of horror lately. I read a horror book once. I definitely try to grasp to something that I can relate to at the minimum. What the fuck? At this rate, Yuri might as well be having a conversation with the rock. I'd expect that from you, Yuri. It suits your personality. Oh, is that so? Really, if a story makes me think or takes me to another world, then I really can't put it down. Surreal horror is often very successful at changing the way you look at the world around you, if only for a brief moment. Ugh, I hate horror.
Oh, what's that? Well, I just...
Natsuki's eyes dart over to me for a split second. Never mind.
That's right. You usually like to write about cute things, don't you, Natsuki? Huh, what? What gives you that idea? You left a piece of scrap paper behind last club meeting. It looked like you were working on a poem called... Don't say it out loud!
Fine. Natsuki, you write your own poems?
Sometimes. Why do you care?
I think that's impressive. Why don't you share them sometime?
No,
Natsuki averts her eyes.
you wouldn't like them.
Not a very confident writer yet?
I understand how Natsuki feels. Sharing that level of writing takes more than just confidence. The truest form of writing is writing to oneself. You must be willing to open up to your readers, exposing your vulnerabilities, and showing even the deepest reaches of your heart. Do you have writing experience too, Yuri? Maybe if you share some of your work, you can set an example and help Natsuki feel comfortable enough to share hers.
I guess it's the same for Yuri. They all sit in silence for a moment.
Hey, I just got an idea. How about this?
Natsuki and Yuri look quizzically at Monica.
Let's all go home and write a poem of our own. Then next time we meet, we'll all share them with each other. That way, everyone is even. I thought it was a good idea. Well, I think you're right, Monica. We should probably start finding activities for all of us to participate in. I decided to take on the responsibility of vice president, after all. I need to do my best to nurture the club as well as its members. Besides, now that we have a new member, it seems like a good step for us to take. Do you agree as well, Hajime?
Hold on, there's still one problem.
What's that?
Now that we're reaching the most important topic, I've only come forth with what's been on my mind the entire time. I never said I would join this club. Monica may have convinced me to stop by, but I never made any decisions. I still have the clubs to look at, and I lose my train of thought. All three girls stare back at me with dejected eyes.
But I'm sorry, I thought...
The girls exchange glances before Monica turns back to me.
I guess I need to tell you the truth, Hajime. The thing is, we don't have enough members yet to form an official club. We need 4. And I've been trying really, really hard to find new members. And if we don't find one before the festival...
I'm defenseless against these girls. How am I supposed to make a clear-headed decision when it's like this? I would feel terrible for letting everyone down in a situation like this. And besides, the club itself seems pretty relaxed. So if writing poems is the price I need to pay in order to spend every day with these beautiful girls. Right. Okay, I've decided then. I'll join the literature club. One by one, the girls' eyes light up.
Oh my goodness, really? Do you really mean that, Hajime?
Yeah. It could be fun, right?
You really did scare me for a moment. I mean, if you really just left after all this, I would be super pissed. Hajime, I'm so happy. We can become official club now. Thank you so much for this. You're really amazing. I'll do everything I can to give you a great time, okay?
Thanks, I guess.
Okay, everyone. I think with that, we can officially end today's meeting on a good note. Everyone remember tonight's assignment. Write a poem to bring to this next meeting so we can all share.
Monica looks over at me once more.
Hajime, I look forward to seeing how you express yourself.
Yeah. Can I really impress a class star Monica with my mediocre writing skills? I already feel the anxiety welling up inside me. Meanwhile, the girls continue to chit-chat as Yuri cleans up the tea set. I guess I'll be on my way then.
Okay. I'll see you tomorrow then. I can't wait.
With that, I depart from the club room and make my way home. The whole way, my mind wanders back and forth between the 3 girls. Natsuki, Yuri, and of course, Monica. Will I really be happy spending every day after school in the literature club? Perhaps I'll even have the chance to go closer to one of these girls. Alright. I'll just need to make the most of my circumstances, and I'm sure good fortune will find me. And I guess that starts with writing a poem tonight. You have unlocked a special poem. Would you like to read it?
Wow, I don't have to do it this time, right?
No, you unlock the special poem. Like this is something that doesn't happen in everybody's game.
Oh, then yeah.
It's like a secret.
I'll get to it.
Hello?
Looks like we're not reading it.
I thought this was a poem, not a bunch of different people mixed up together. Hello? That wasn't a poem. That wasn't a special poem.
Yeah, no.
I really thought that was gonna be a poem. I'm not gonna lie.
Me too.
Because there are like special poems that you can find throughout the game that like are special to your own game. I really thought that was gonna be one.
I wasn't actually meaning to get her out of here. Like, I kept on grabbing her. Sad.
The god of this game listened to.
I'm so bad. I'm just like, let's go animals.
Anime?
Maybe?
Wait. Shopping, anime, dark adventure, whisper, exploding, cloud treasure, philosophy, or rose. Analysis, fireworks, intellectual existence, blanket, infinite, infallible, flower, bed, master.
Let's go.
Climax, lollipop, whistle, fireflies, note, clumsy, night down, jump, swimsuit, climb.
Let's go.
Extraordinary, chocolate, defeat, nibble, anger, grief, vanilla, fluffy, pure, sparkle. Unending, vitality, electricity, childhood, playground, disarray, kiss, bliss, stars, sunset. Lucky, heartbeat, pop, bouncy, tenacious, melody, whirlwind, love, booth, cheeks. Vivacious, unrequited, hurt, judgment, marshmallow, raindrop, disown, boop, amazing, misery. Huh? Marriage, dance, giggle, vivid, feather, journey, calm, cute, time, anxiety. Sadness, fantasy, saw experience, dazzle, music, empty, indulgent, incapable, summer. Clouds, landscape, strawberry, universe, Valentine, peace, wonderful, ambient, charm, captive. Cry, incongruent, portrait, pain, sugar, uncanny, kitty, entropy, sunny bubbles. Pain. Sensation, excitement, death, fun, disaster, imagination, hope, candy, fear, pleasure. Passion, family, uncontrollable, suicide, party, shiny, rainbow, puppy, laugh, birthday. Joy, covet, secretive, warm, headphones, fester, memories, unrestrained, special meter. Question, horror, sweet, sing, gang, smile, player, lust, loud, determination. Embrace, beauty, contamination, misfortune, alone, holiday, wrath, unstable, skirt, spinning. Heart, doki doki, happiness, funny, female, comes in, flee, daydream, desire, tragedy. Mouse, frightening, vacation, friends, play, cheer, lazy, destiny, cage, depression. Promise, pout, insight, together, essence, kawaii, heaven sent, after image, disoriented, agonizing. Skipping, forgive, throw, shame, peaceful, pink, atone, lipstick, despise, hump.
I know who I got.
I don't know.
You know?
That was pretty mixed.
I thought it was probably, that you already.
It might have been because you did get a lot of her, but you also got a lot of Yuri too.
Hi again, Hajime. Glad to see you didn't run away from us.
Nah, don't worry. This might be a little strange for me, but I at least keep my word. Well, I'm back in the literature club. I was the last to come in, so everyone else is already hanging out.
Thanks for keeping your promise, Hajime. I hope this isn't too overwhelming of a commitment for you. Making you dive headfirst into literature when you're not even accustomed to it. Oh, come on, like you deserve everything slack. You already had to be dragged here by Monica. I don't know if you plan on to just come here and hang out or whatever, but if you don't take us seriously, then you won't see the end of it.
Oh. She's in front of the words.
Oh, wow. Move over.
Natsuki, you certainly have a big mouth for someone who keeps her manga collection in the club room.
Natsuki finds herself stuck between saying Monica and manga. Swiftly defeated, Natsuki plops back into her seat.
I'm sorry, Hajime. We'll make sure to put your comfort first, okay?
Yuri shoots Natsuki a disappointed glance.
Anyway, now that you're in the club and all, perhaps you might have interest in picking up a book to read?
Well, is the classroom tilting?
Yeah. Definitely.
Do you not see that?
Yeah, I do.
Let's say we'll read.
And you're gonna have, oh my gosh, you're gonna have to blur like a bunch of this out.
Oh my god. Well, I can't really say no either way.
That's because it's like low-key actually tilting.
I don't know. I realized how like off it was, and I was like, wait a minute, is Is it tilting right now?
I just thought it was because I was over here, you know? But
Yeah.
then I got over here when you said that, and I was like, it's
Yeah, it's like, I feel like it's tilting more and more, like very slowly.
one turned upside down. What's gonna happen?
Like you said, I'm in this club now, so it only feels right for me to do something like that if you ask.
Well, wait. I didn't mean it like that. If you don't really want to, then forget I said anything, I guess.
No, it's not that, Yuri. I want to try to be a part of this club. So, even if I don't read often, I'd be happy to pick up a book if you wanted me to.
Are you sure? I just felt like, well, as vice president and all, that I should help you get started on something you might like.
Yuri reaches into her bag and pulls out a book.
I didn't want you to feel left out, so I picked out a book that I thought you might enjoy. It's a short read, so it should keep your attention even if you don't usually read. And we could, discuss it if you want.
How is this girl accidentally being so cute? She even picked out a book she thinks I'll like, despite me not reading much. Yuri, thank you. I'll definitely read this. Enthusiastically, I take the book.
Here. Well, you can read it at your own pace. I look forward to hearing what you think.
The room just fixed itself.
That's not cool.
Now that
Yeah, it's definitely tilting back.
Yeah. Now that everyone's settled in, I expected Monica to kick off some scheduled activities for the club. She's still back there.
Well, you're gonna be blowing out a lot in this video.
But that doesn't seem to be the case. Yuri's face is already buried in a book. I can't help but notice her intense expression like she was waiting for this chance. Meanwhile, Natsuki is rummaging around in the closet.
I'm so sad. Why does she have to?
I'm really curious to talk to Yuri a little bit more. I'll think about Yuri. The purple hair girl?
See, this is what I've been wanting when she was here. But then, now that she's gone,
But at the same time, I would feel...
she disappeared.
Oh, she's gone.
Yeah, I know.
But at the same time, I would feel bad for distracting her from reading. I catch a glimpse of the cover of her book. It looks like the same book she looked to me. More than that, she seemed to be on the first few pages. Crap. I think she noticed me looking at her. She sneaks a glance at me, and our eyes meet for a split second. There's no drum in this song. But that only makes her hide her face deeper in her book. Sorry, I was just spacing out. I'm out of this, sensing I made her uncomfortable.
Oh, it's fine. If I was focused, then I probably wouldn't have noticed in the first place. But I'm just rereading a bit of this, so...
Look at her face.
It looks like that. It really looks like that. How it's really nice.
Where's it going?
No, go back over there. No, Diabito, go back to the kitchen.
Go over.
No, Diabito, go back to the kitchen.
That's the book you gave me, right?
Mm-hmm. I wanted to reread some of it.
Oh, yes, Diabito. You went back to the kitchen.
Not for any particular reason.
Just curious, how come you have 2 copies of the same book?
Well, when I stopped at the bookstore yesterday, that's not what I meant. I mean, I just happened to buy 2 of them.
Ah, I see. There's something fairly obvious there that Yuri isn't telling me. But I
Something very obvious that she's glitching out.
Yeah. But I decided to let it go. I'll definitely start reading it soon.
I'm glad to hear. Once it starts to pick up, you might have a hard time putting it down. It's a very engaging and relatable story.
Is that so? What's the story about anyway? I look at the cover of the book. The book is titled Portrait of Markov. There's an ominous looking eye symbol on the front of the cover. An eye? Like the thing that was just trying to escape her face?
Maybe. Maybe it escaped and it dropped on the book. And
That
then-
is
and
her
then
eye.
It spawned it back.
Basically, it's about the religious camp that was turned into a human experiment prison. And the people trapped there have this trait and that turns them into killing machines that lust for blood. But the facility gets even worse, and they start selectively breeding people by cutting off their limbs and affixating them to... Oh, that might be a little bit of a spoiler. But anyway, I'm really into it. The book, I mean, not the thing about the limbs. That's kind of dark, isn't it?
You made it sound like it was going to be a nice story, so that dark turn came out of nowhere.
So you're not a fan of that sort of thing, Hajime?
No, it's not that. I mean, I can definitely enjoy those kinds of stories. Don't worry.
I hope so.
Yeah, I totally forgot that Yuri is also into those things. She's so shy and reclusive on the outside, but her mind seems to be completely different.
It's just that this kind of story, it's the kind of thing that challenges you to look at life from a strange new perspective. When horrible things happen just because someone wants to be evil, but because the world is full of horrible people and we're all worthless anyway, then suddenly...
What's happening?
I'm rambling, aren't I?
Why was the lettering black? Wait, that's so guys, normally the lettering is a different color. I'm sorry.
Oh, no, it is outlined in black. It's usually just not that big.
Okay, it was like bulging.
Yeah. Yeah, it was like in bold.
It like just like hit without thinking through the top. So,
Not again. I'm sorry.
Hey, don't apologize. I haven't lost interest or anything.
Well, I guess it's alright then.
why does it low-key look like she's wearing glasses? Something giving that she's wearing glasses.
I think it's because of her hairpin. Maybe.
But I feel like I should let you know that I have this problem. When I let things like books and writing fill my thoughts, my whole body gets...
My whole body gets wet.
It's not in the history. It was another one of those black texts, and then it went away without me clicking on it, and then now it's not showing up in the history, so I don't even know what it said.
My whole body is, and then it stopped.
Yeah, it said, my whole body gets, and then something else, but I didn't get to read it.
I kind of forget to pay attention to other people. So, I'm sorry if I end up saying something strange. And please stop me if I start talking too much.
I really don't think you need to worry. That just means you're passionate about reading. The least I can do is listen. It's literature club after all.
That's true.
In fact, I might as well get started reading it, right?
That scared me.
What the freak?
Yes. I mean, you don't have to, but
What are you saying?
let me just get the book.
I quickly retrieved the book that I had put into my bag.
Alright.
It's fine if I stay here, right?
I slip into the seat next to Yuri.
Yeah.
Are you sure? You seem a little apprehensive.
I'm sorry. It's not that I don't want you to. It's just something I'm not very used to. That is, reading in company with someone.
I see. Well, just tell me if I end up distracting you or anything.
Alright.
I open the book and start the prologue. I soon understand what Yuri means about reading in company. It's as if I can feel her presence over my shoulder as I read. It's not a particular bad thing, maybe a little distracting, but the feeling is somewhat comforting. Yuri is in the corner of my eye. I realize that she's not actually looking at her own book. I glance over. It looks like she's reading from my book instead.
Sorry. I was just bathing in the feeling of your body.
What did she say?
Yuri, you really apologize a lot, don't you?
Yeah, and she needed to.
I do? I don't really mean to. Sorry. I mean,
Here, this should work, right? I slide my desk until it's up against Yuri's, then hold my book more between the two of us. I suppose so. Yuri timidly closes her own copy. Once we each lean in a little bit, our shoulders are almost touching. It feels like my left arm is in the way, so instead I use my right hand to hold the book open. I guess that makes it kind of difficult to turn the page. Here. Yuri takes her left arm and holds the left side of the book between her thumb and forefinger. Yeah, this is a lot better than the one at our house. She looks a lot better here.
Yeah, with the one. That was little.
She looked like a lizard.
Yeah.
Yuri. Oh, I read that one. I did the same with my right arm on the right side of the book. That way, I turn a page and Yuri slides it under her thumb after it flips to her side. But in holding it like this, we're huddled even closer together than before. It's actually kind of distracting me. As if I can feel the warmth of Yuri's face and she's in the corner of my vision. Are you ready? Huh? To turn the page. Sorry. I think I got a little distracted for a second. I glance over at Yuri's face again, and our eyes meet. I don't know how I'll be able to keep up with her. That's okay. You're not used to reading, right? I don't mind being patient if it takes you a bit longer. It's probably the least I can do, since you've been so patient with me. Yeah. Thanks. We continue reading. Yuri no longer asks me if I'm ready to turn the page. Instead, I just... Oops. I accidentally got my phone. Instead, I just assume that she's finishes the page before me, so I turn it at my own volition. We continue the first chapter in silence. Even so, turning each page almost feels like an intimate exchange. My thumb's gently letting go of the page, letting it flutter over to her side as she catches it under her own thumb. Hey, Yuri? This might be a silly thought, but the main character kind of reminds me of you a little bit. Huh? No, I don't relate to this character at all. Definitely not. Really? I was just thinking the way she second guesses at things she says and all that. That's what you were talking about. Sorry. I thought you meant something else about her. Something else? Never mind. We didn't even get that far yet, so I don't know why that came into my head. Yuri, are you good? Huh? Yuri's been a little fidgety ever since we started reading. You can rest if you're feeling sick or something. Your breathing is a little... Breathing? Yuri puts her hand on her chest as if to feel her heartbeat. I didn't even notice. Anyway, I'm fine.
Looks a little good.
I just need some water. Alright, don't push yourself. Yuri stands up and practically rushes out of the classroom. What on earth was that about? Hajime? Did something happen just now? Huh? I have no idea. Yuri was acting a little strange, I guess. So, you didn't read anything? Sorry, I can't say I do. Are you worried about her? Oh, no, not really. I was just making sure you didn't do anything to her. No, nothing. Don't worry, I believe you, silly. Yuri just does this sometimes, so it's nothing alarming. Alright, if you say so. Anyway, why don't we start with sharing our poems with each other? Huh? Shouldn't we wait for Yuri? Well, she might be a while, so I just figured we could start without her. Is that okay? Yeah, I was just asking. I stand up. I think she... I make a mental note of where I left off in the book, and then slip it back in my bag. You think who?
No.
Yuri?
Let's go in. I don't really like it, but I mean, like, pick it up. Not a two pick up. So,
Like ponytail?
Yeah. So let's go with two big. Yeah.
I told I told Natsuki I was interested in her poems yesterday. It's probably only fair if I share mine with her first. Well, I haven't expected for someone like you. That's a little blunt. Well, excuse me. That was a fart.
Yeah.
Well, excuse me. It's not like I said it was bad. It just didn't evoke any emotions. So basically, it's not cute enough for your taste. Do you want to get smacked? I'll pass. Well, anyway, I guess I have to show you mine. Hopefully you'll like it. This is one that we already read. So. Yeah. I told you that you weren't gonna like it. I liked it. What? Just be honest. I am. Why are you so convinced that I wouldn't like it? Well, because everyone in high school thinks that writing has to be all sophisticated and stuff. So they don't like my writing, take my writing seriously. But isn't the point of poems for the people to express themselves? Your writing style wouldn't make your message any less valid. Yes, exactly. I like when it's easy to read, but it hits you hard. Like in this poem. Seeing everyone around you do great things can be really disheartening. So I decided to write about it. Yeah, I understand. But the other nice thing about simple writing is that it puts more weight on the wordplay. Like, I set up for a rhyme at the end, but then made it fall flat on purpose. It helps bring out the feeling in the last line. So you did. I guess more went into it than I realized. That's what it means to be a pro. I'm glad you learned something. Didn't expect that from the youngest one here, did you? Yeah, I guess not. I decided to humor her with that last comment. I don't really care about how old everyone is, but if Natsuki is feeling proud, then I won't take it away from her. Monica. Hi, Hajime. Having a good time so far? Yeah. Good, glad to hear it. By the way, since you're new and everything, if you ever have any suggestions for the club, like new activities or things we can do better, I'm always listening. Don't be afraid to bring things up, okay? Alright, I'll keep that in mind. Of course I'll be afraid to bring things up. I'm much better off just going with the flow until I'm more settled in. Anyway, want to share your poem with me? It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to. Don't worry, Hajime. We're all a little embarrassed today, you know? But it's a sort of barrier that we'll all learn to get past soon. Yeah, that's true. And Monica, my friend. Great job, Hajime. I was going, ooh, in my head while reading it. It's really metaphorical. I'm not sure why, but I didn't expect you to go for something so deep. I guess I underestimated you. It's easiest for me to keep everyone's expectations low. That way, it always counts when I put in some effort. That's not very fair. Well, I guess it worked anyway. You know that Yuri likes this kind of writing style, right? Writing that's full of imagery and symbolism? Sometimes I feel like Yuri's mind is just totally detached from reality. I don't mean that like it's a bad thing, though. But sometimes I get the impression that she's just totally given up on people. She spends so much time in her own head that it's probably a much more interesting place for her. But that's why she gets so happy when you treat her with a lot of kindness. I don't think she's used to being indulged like that. She must be really starved for social interactions, so don't blame her for coming on a little strongly. Like earlier. I think if she gets too stimulated, she ends up withdrawing and looking for alone time. Suddenly the door opens. Yuri! I'm back. Did I miss anything? Not really. Well, we all just started sharing a poem with each other. Already? I'm so sorry for being late. No need to apologize. We still have plenty of time, so I'm more glad that you took all the time you needed. Alright. Thanks, Monica.
I suppose I should go get my phone now.
Anyway, do you want to read my poem now? Don't worry, I'm not very good. You sound pretty confident for something who tends not to be very good.
Well, that's because I have to sound confident.
That doesn't mean I always feel that way, you know? I see. Well, let's read it then. Oh yeah, we already read this one.
That's interesting.
Yeah. Cool. This is a continuation. But he wasn't looking at me. Confused. I frantically... You remember whenever she looked into the hole in the last one? This is after that. Natsuki's wasn't like that. Hers was the same.
But he wasn't looking at me. Confused, I frantically glanced at my surroundings, but my burned eyes can no longer see color. Are there others in this room? Are they talking? Or are they simply poems on flat sheets of paper? The sound of frantic scrawling, playing tricks on my ears. The room begins to crinkle, closing in on me. The air I breathe dissipates before it reaches my lungs. I panic. There must be a way out. It's right there. He's right there. Swallowing my fears, I brandish my pen.
Hole in wall. So, what do you think? It's very freeform, if that's what you call it. Sorry, I'm not really the right person to ask for feedback. That's okay. Yeah, that kind of style has gotten pretty popular nowadays. That is, a lot of poems have been putting emphasis on the timing between words and lines. When performed out loud, it can be really powerful. What was the inspiration behind this one? Well, I'm not sure how to put it. I guess you could say that I had some kind of epiphany recently. It's been influencing my poems a bit. An epiphany? Yeah, something like that. I'm kind of nervous to talk about stuff like that because it's kind of coming on strongly. Maybe after everyone is better friends with each other. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes when you're writing a poem or a story, your brain gets too fixated on a specific point. If you try so hard to make it perfect, then you'll never make any progress. Just force yourself to get something down on the paper and tidy it up later. Another way to think about it is this. If you keep your pen in the same spot for too long, you'll just get a big dark puddle of ink. So just move your hand and go with the flow. That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. Yuri. As Yuri reads the poem, I notice her eyes lighten. Exceptional. Huh? What was that? Did I say it out loud? Yuri first covers her mouth, but then ends up covering her whole face. He's gonna hate me. You really didn't do anything wrong, Yuri. That's... I guess you're right. What am I getting so nervous for? Yuri takes a breath. So, what kind of writing experience do you have? Your use of imagery and metaphors indicates you've written a lot of poetry before. Really? Wow, that's a huge compliment coming from you. This is actually my first time, really. Huh? Yuri stares at me blankly, then looks at my phone again. Well, I know that. I just meant, Yuri trails off, unable to find an excuse. She traces her finger along the words in the poem, as if breaking it down more thoroughly. She traces her... Yeah. Okay. This is the reason I was able to tell. It's just that there are specific writing habits that are usually typical of new writers. And having been through that myself, I kind of learned to pick up on them. I think the most noticeable thing I recognize in new writers is that they try to make their style very deliberate. In other words, they tend to pick up on any style separate from the topic matter and they form fit the two together. The end result is that both the style and the expressiveness are weakened. Once Yuri finds her train of thought, it's as if her demeanor totally changes. Her stammering is completely gone, and she sounds like an expert.
Of course, that's not something you can be blamed for. There are so many different skills and techniques that go into writing even a simple poem. Not just finding them and building them, but getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. It might take you some time, but it all comes with practicing and learning by example and trying new things. I also hope that everyone else in the club gives you valuable feedback. Natsuki can be a little biased, though.
Bias? How?
Well, never mind. I shouldn't be talking about things like that. Sorry.
It's fine. I'm not sure if Yuri is apologizing to herself, to me, or to Natsuki. Do you mind if I read your poem now?
Please do. I'd love to share my thought process behind it.
Yuri smiles dreamily as if it's a rare opportunity for her. Which itself is kind of funny. After all, isn't this supposed to be a literature class? That one's the same.
I'm sorry. I have such terrible handwriting.
What? I wasn't thinking that at all.
But it took you a long time to read it.
Well, I just don't read script very often. I actually think handwriting is pretty.
That's a relief.
Also, I like the poem. Even though it was short, it's really descriptive.
It wasn't too short. I usually write longer poems.
I don't know.
I'm really glad you liked it. I'll be honest. Since it's the first time sharing, I wanted to write something more mild. Something easy to digest, I suppose.
Are you into ghost Yuri?
Actually, the story isn't about ghosts at all, Hajime.
Really? I must have totally missed the point.
Well, I suppose you did only glance over it after all. But remember, the poets often express their own thoughts and feelings and experiences in their work.
You know something really weird about that part? That makes absolutely zero sense. She says, okay, so once we get done reading the poem, she goes, "It took you forever to read it. I must have horrible handwriting. It took you so long to read it." But then right there, when we say that we didn't get the meaning of it, she goes, "Oh, well, you did just glance over it after all." You can't take a long time to read something and glance over something. She says that in the first playthrough of the game too. It's just, that's always caught me so off guard. You can't do both of those two things at the same time. Those are literally two of the opposite things. Which makes no sense.
They usually do more than tell a simple story or paint a picture. In this case, perhaps the subject of the poem is only being symbolically compared to a ghost, lingering in her last remaining piece of comfort, unable to let go of the past, and soon to be left with nothing.
That's a lot more solemn putting it that way. I hadn't even thought of that. That's impressive.
Huh? It's something really. Yours was impressive too, so...
No. If anything, I could probably learn a thing or two from you.
You think so? Yeah, of course. You know, I was really nervous about doing all of this, but in the end, I enjoyed it. I'm going to keep doing my best for you, Hajime.
Me too.
Phew.
I guess that's everyone. I glance around the room. That was a little more stressful than I anticipated. It's as if everyone is judging me for my mediocre writing abilities.
What are you?
You hear the music?
Yeah.
It's fixed now, but for a very split second, it was in the complete wrong tune.
What did you say?
I don't remember. Wait. It's as if everyone is judging me for my mediocre writing abilities. Even if they're just being nice, there's no way my poems can stand up to theirs. This is a literature club after all. I sigh.
I guess that's what I ended up getting myself into.
Across the room, Monica is writing something in her notebook. My eyes land on Yuri and Natsuki. They gingerly exchange sheets of paper, sharing their respective poems. Oh, this is the fight.
So I was completely wrong last time. So I went for my
No. I smile no matter what you predict because I think it's funny to make you think that that's gonna happen. I smile when you're correct and when you're wrong. Because I think it's funny. It was like that again. The music keeps going wonky. Okay. Yeah. As they read in tandem, I watch each of their expressions change. Natsuki's eyebrows furrow in frustration. Meanwhile, Yuri smiles sadly. What's with this language? Huh?
Did you say something?
Oh, it's nothing. Natsuki dismissively returns the poem to the desk with one hand. I guess you could say it's fancy.
Ah, thanks. Yours is cute.
Cute? Did you completely miss the symbolism or something? It's clearly about the feeling of giving up. How can it be cute?
I know that. I just meant the language, I guess. I was trying to say something nice.
Eh? You mean you have to try that hard to come up with something nice? Thanks, but it really didn't come out that way at all.
Well, I do have a couple suggestions.
I was looking for suggestions. I've asked someone who actually liked it. Which people did, by the way. Monica liked it. Patrick did too. So, based on that, I'll gladly give you some suggestions of my own. First of all,
Excuse me. I appreciate the offer, but I've spent a long time establishing my writing style, and I don't expect to change it anytime soon unless of course, I come across something particularly inspiring, which I haven't yet. And Hajime liked my poem too, you know. He even told me he was impressed by it.
Natsuki suddenly stands up.
Oh, I didn't realize you were so invested in trying to impress our new member, Yuri.
Yeah, that's not what I... You're just...
Yuri stands up as well.
Maybe you're just jealous that Hajime appreciates my advice more than he appreciates yours.
Huh? And I didn't know you didn't appreciate my advice more. Are you that full of yourself?
No. If I was full of myself, I would deliberately go out of my way to make everything I do overly cutesy.
Well, you know what? I was the one whose boobs magically grew a size bigger as soon as Hajime started showing up.
Natsuki, that's a little...
This doesn't help you.
Taking out your own insecurities on others like that. You really act as young as you look, Natsuki.
Me? Look who's talking, you edgy wannabe.
Oh, you wannabe edgy B word?
Edgy? Sorry that my lifestyle is too much for someone of your mental age to comprehend.
See? Just saying that proves my point. Most people learn to get over themselves after they graduate middle school, you know?
If you want to prove anything, then stop harassing others with your sickening attitude. You think you can counterbalance your toxic personality just by dressing and acting cute? The only cute thing about you is how hard you try.
Well, be careful. You might cut yourself on that edge, Yuri. Oh, bad. You already do, don't you?
Did you just accuse me of cutting myself?
F is wrong with you in your head. Yeah, go on. Hajime hear everything you really think. I'm sure he'll be head over heels for you after this.
Suddenly Yuri turns to me as if she just noticed I was standing here.
Hajime, she's just trying to make me look bad.
That's not true. She started it.
Natsuki or Yuri, who do you agree with?
Why is there not another one?
Because Sayori's gone. Last time the one that we picked was Sayori help, but Sayori's not here to help.
Well, whichever one I pick is gonna die.
No.
Are you sure?
I'm sure. Okay, let's go with... I'm gonna go with... I think I'm gonna go with Yuri. Because she did tell her out about her moons getting excited video about her for me first. I will say that.
Okay, so Yuri?
No. That's not true.
Hey, Hajime? Why don't we step outside for a little bit? Okay? Sorry about that. They really shouldn't have tried to get you involved.
I didn't let me pick.
It's probably better for us to stay out of this. We'll go back inside once they're done yelling. Some president I am, right? I can't even confront my own club members properly. I just wish I was able to be a little more assertive sometimes. But I never have it in me to put my foot down against others. You understand, right? Anyway, if this makes you want to spend less time with the others, then that's fine. I'd be happy to spend time with you instead. Suddenly, Natsuki runs out of the classroom. She quickly runs away. Oh dear. Well, it looks like they're done. I didn't mean it. I didn't mean it. I didn't mean it. Yuri is walking back and forth in her desk and her palms on her forehead. Yuri? I didn't mean it. I believe you. I have no idea what Yuri might have said to Natsuki. Or did. Hajime, please don't hate me. Please. I'm not like this. There's something wrong with me today. It's fine, Yuri. We know you didn't mean it. Besides, I'm sure Natsuki will forget all about it by tomorrow. I think maybe she might have mentioned something about her dad.
What happened to her dad?
Remember he hits her?
How does she know?
Well, how does Natsuki know she cuts herself?
Yeah, what kind of... Just pull up her sleeve real quick, bro. It's that easy. It's that easy. You know?
Besides,
It doesn't clock to you, does it?
it's not clocking. It's not clocking.
It's not clocking that I stand on business, doesn't it, bro? It's not clocking to you, ain't it?
Besides, I'm sure Natsuki will forget all about it by tomorrow. Completely. Anyway, the meeting is over, so you can go home now if you want. I heard something. Yuri looked at me like she wanted to say something, but she keeps glancing at Monica. You can go first, Monica. I'd like to stay a little longer. I'm the president, so I should be the last one out. I'll wait for you to be done. Well, I'm vice president, so please let me take that responsibility today. It kind of sounds like you don't want me around for something, Yuri. It's not that. It's not that. I didn't get much of a chance to discuss my book with Hajime. It would be embarrassing with you listening. I guess I don't really have a choice, do I? I'm sorry for causing trouble. But
She got with the paddle. Okay, get into it.
She got whooped with the paddle. That is a crazy thing that you just said. Okay. Okay.
Okay, I'm glitching out. Okay, I'm glitching out too a little bit now.
Okay.
Bounty, intellectual, vacation, sensation, anger, puppy, waterfall, Hawaii, vitality, cheer. First time I did the vitality, and I was like, what? Anyway.
Bagel.
We are bagels.
Hopefully we're bagels. If you're not a bagel, if you haven't subscribed, that means you're not a bagel. Bagel.
Bagel.
Bagel. You're not a bagel. If you haven't subscribed, then you're
If
a
you
bagel.
want to be a bagel, then
Hit that.
subscribe.
If you're not subscribed, then you're a bagel.
Yeah.
That means you're a knockoff brand.
Yeah, you're a knockoff brand of bagels if you don't subscribe. You're a bagel. How do you feel about that?
So you better go subscribe.
Okay, word.
Let's go.
Waterfall,
Get out of here. When she die?
Thanks.
But I'm not even lying, bro.
Meager, hurt, better, non-Hawaii, fantasy, climax, kitty, uncontrollable time, suicide, plans.
Wait, no, suicide, 'cause I know it's
Landscape, peaceful, heartbeat, poof, bed, jump, memories, active, sunset, clouds.
Wait, get out of here.
Heart, starscape, hope, flying, sparkle, passion, convey, cage, parfait. Candy, pleasure, question, strawberry, whistle, interview, bliss, together, blanket, 10 nations. Family, nibble, dream, charm, headphones, writing, special, precious, sticky, doki, doki. Portrait, sadness, wrath, misery, play, peak, disoriented, dark, warm, kiss. Lucky, playground, analysis, bunny, shiny, judgment, rose, eternity, vivacious, fun. Extreme, graveyard, brief, calm, secretive, hop, like the peaceful, nightgown, emo, chocolate. Anime, unrequited, sunny, giggle, boop, journey, raindrops, promise, vanilla, cry. Existence, lipstick, universe, tone, smile, inferno, mouse, unstable, desire, addiction. Vibrant, fester, variant, skipping, alone, death, infallible, music, lazy, electricity. Music. Incongruent, treasure, nature, horror, essence, tears, rainbow, comfort, tragedy, and fireworks. Dazzle, extraordinary, beauty, explode, cute, silly, games, player, whisper, no. Socks, fireflies, last dance, loud, awesome, after image, cheeks, whirlwind, stars. Fear, forgive, childhood, aura, destiny, philosophy, empty, heaven sent, anxiety, here. Pure, despise, ambient, melody, the sound, ocean, crimson, insight, jumpy, contamination. Spinning, excitement, Valentine's world, marshmallow, misfortune, laugh, daydream, flower, flee. Color, shame, pout, determination, uncanny, sugar, sweet, disarray, love, amazing. Huh? Bubbles, wonderful, effulgent, breathe, covet, incapable, pop up, ring cloud, ribbon, sing.
Again, I don't know who you got.
That was like a mix.
That was a really big mix.
You got both.
Yeah, no, you can't get both. You can only do one.
Well then, if you like tie.
No.
I guess I just pick in the game.
I don't know. Another day passes and it's time for the club meeting already. I've gotten a little more comfortable here over the past couple of days. Entering the club room, the usual scene greets me. Welcome back, Hajime. Ah, hi Yuri. I'm not sure if it's me or if it's Yuri's expression, but the weight of yesterday's quarrel still hangs in the air a little. Yuri glances over her shoulder, looking around the room. Natsuki is reading manga at a desk, and surprisingly, Monica isn't here yet. Suddenly, Yuri takes my arm and pulls me to the corner of the room. About yesterday. I really need to apologize. Nothing like that has ever happened before, and something just came over me, I guess. I wasn't acting mentally sound. Please don't think we're usually like this. Not just me, but Natsuki as well. Yuri, I'm happy that you would consider it and apologize. You don't have to worry too much. Even though I've only been here a couple of days, I could tell something was off yesterday. Maybe we were just a little extra sensitive because it was our first time sharing poems. But whatever it was, it didn't make me think any less of you. I had already decided that there's no way you can be a bad person. And now that you're apologizing, I know you really didn't mean it. Hajime, don't say those kinds of things so frankly. They make me a little too happy. I'm really glad that you're such an understanding person. And I'm really glad that you joined this club. Everything is a little brighter with you around, and... sorry, what am I saying right now? Hey, have you guys seen Monica? Huh? No, I haven't. I was also kind of wondering where she was. Man, Yuri, I'm guessing you haven't either. Yuri is clearly taken aback by how calmly Natsuki is addressing her. No, I haven't. Jeez, this isn't like her at all. Remember last time she was practicing piano? I know it's stupid, but I can't help but worry a little bit. What? Why are you looking at me like that? Natsuki, about yesterday. I just wanted to apologize. I promise I didn't mean any of the things I said. And I'll do my best to stay under control from now on. So, Yuri, what the heck are you talking about? Did you do something yesterday? Huh? Jeez. Whatever's in your mind, I'm sure it was nothing. I don't even remember anything bad happening. You're just the kind of person that worries too much about little things, aren't you? But I'll accept your apology anyway, if it helps you feel better about it. Besides, it's kind of nice to hear, since I was always afraid you secretly hated me or something like that. No, not at all. I don't hate you. Well, you're weird, but I don't hate you either. Natsuki turns to me. You're still on trial, though. Hey. Suddenly the door swings open. Sorry, I'm super sorry. Ah, there you are. I didn't mean to be late. I hope you guys weren't worried or anything. Not. Well, Natsuki was. I was not. What took you so long anyway? Well, my last period was study hall today. To be honest, I kind of just lost track of time. That makes no sense, though. You would have heard the bell ring at least. I must not have heard it since I was practicing piano. Piano? I wasn't ready to play music as well, Monica. Don't give me more credit than I deserve. I guess I've been practicing for a while, but I'm not really good yet. Still, that must require a lot of dedication, so I'm still surprised. Well, thanks, Yuri. You should play something for us sometime.
That's...
Monica looks at me.
Well, I'm working on writing a song. It's not quite done yet.
It's the song that plays in the beginning. She actually, whenever you're completely done with the game, whenever the credits are rolling, her song plays with all the lyrics and everything.
Your song.
Mhm.
With like her talking.
Mhm.
With that, you have to listen.
Mhm.
Like, wow. And you get to hear her voice.
Yeah, she's the only one you get to hear though.
Wow.
No one else ever talks, only her.
Wow. That's...
Maybe once I get a little bit better, I will.
That sounds cool. I look forward to it.
Is that so? In that case, I won't let you down, Hajime.
Monica smiles sweetly. I didn't mean any pressure or anything like that.
Don't worry. I was hoping that I could share it with you anyway. I guess that's why I've been practicing so much recently.
I see. I'm not sure if Monica was referring to the whole club or just me. In that case, best of luck.
Thanks. So I didn't miss anything, did I?
No, not really. I chose not to bring up anything that the three of us talked about. Besides, Natsuki has already run off into the closet.
Since your compliments put me in a good mood, I was wondering if you would like to spend some time together today. I mean, in the club.
Yeah, definitely. I plan on it anyway.
Okay. Can we start now? Let's find a place to sit. I'm being a little forceful, aren't I? I'm sorry. My heart just won't stop pounding for some reason.
Don't worry about it. If anything, it's nice to see you have so much energy.
Yeah, but I need to try to calm down. I won't be able to focus on reading like this.
Take your time. Yuri takes a deep breath, then pulls a copy of the book out of her bag. So I think you got Yuri.
Actually, I have a request. Do you mind if I take some tea first? If I make some tea first?
No.
Thanks very much.
Isn't this like the second day?
Mhm.
So it's not another day for you. And then we get to pick
Yep.
I think this time I'm gonna pick the other time. This time I get to pick. But I also think she might die.
I'm trying to remember everything that happens.
Is it different with her? Seems it's like
Like, do you mean she doesn't kill herself the same way? Like Sayori did. She doesn't do that.
does she do that?
All the deaths are different.
Are these two becoming BFFs? Or is it BFF?
He doesn't have a BFF in this version. In the second run through. He's becoming something more.
He has a intro. No.
Yeah.
Which is no.
Whoever you make the poems for is like who you're going for.
Oh, so he no.
Yeah.
Oh, no. Well, no. Tonight we will still ice cream.
What just happened?
Oh, tonight we'll still ice cream. Like my leg went crazy.
It looks like something like pushed your foot down.
The ghost went no. I was like, movie ice cream, and then the ghost went no.
That was so weird. Okay,
If there's one thing that can make my reading time any better, it's a nice cup of tea. Not to mention for yourself as well.
Yuri stands up and makes her way to the closet. I follow and watch as she retrieves a small water pitcher from the shelf The kind with the filter inside.
Can you hold this for a second?
Sure. Yuri hands me the water
So they were
pitcher.
dating?
Well, they're not dating yet, but like he likes her, and she
Can I
likes
see- can I
she likes
see-
him.
can I see this? Oh, so basically, so if I pick her this time, right? If I pick her, that means the same thing's gonna happen, right? Pretty much, right?
Should.
Hopefully, it should. But I am gonna pick that cupcake girl because I haven't seen it. You know? Not unlike reality, you just told me, you know?
Mhm.
So this time, actually, I might just do any mini mine mode, but like strictly different.
Well, then it's just gonna pick the other
Oh,
one.
yeah. Oh, great.
That's how that works.
Well, I don't know, reality.
Yuri hands me the water pitcher and also fetches an electric kettle.
Who do you pick most of the times?
I always pick Natsuki,
Okay?
the cupcake girl.
Yeah.
I
I feel like I want to pick her. Wait, is there like another go around?
always. Well, okay, so in the first one, I always pick Sayori.
Her?
No, the girl that died.
Oh.
Because I personally like her the most.
Yeah, I liked her, but now she's a bye-byer. Now she's a goner.
But yeah, I personally like her the most, so I always pick her whenever there's the opportunity to. But then after she dies,
She cupcake that.
yeah, I usually go for Cupcake Girl.
Well, this time, isn't there like 3 go rounds? Is this like the last 2? Or is there like another one?
There might be.
Well, then I'm gonna.
I can't tell you.
Okay, I'm gonna do her again because you haven't seen what happened. It might happen the same, it might not. So we're gonna pick her again, and then if there's a third go around like this, and one of them's not in it, then whichever one's not in it. Hopefully, I'm not saying I want her to die, but hopefully he dies so I can pick her. But also, I think Cupcake Girl's gonna. You know?
Mm-hmm.
So, it's just, hopefully I have the ultimate luck today.
I'm going to plug this in at the teacher's desk, and then I'll go get some water.
Hopefully Nagito just helped you out.
She walks past me and sets the kettle down on the teacher's desk. I simply watch her movements. To my surprise, the way she moves really contrasts with her speaking mannerisms. Especially because of her long legs, Yuri appears elegant and methodical. Okay, may I have the water pitcher? Thanks, I'll be right back. What's the water pitcher? Have you never heard of that word?
Like the one that we made?
Huh?
The one that we made in the second one?
No? What? Huh?
The one that we made in like the water paint picture.
No, not that kind of pitcher.
Oh.
It's
Like
like
the thing that you put inside the tea water?
no. A pitcher is like you
A teacup.
like you know what people put lemonade in on lemonade stands? That's called a pitcher.
I'm so stupid.
I might as well walk with you.
He's gonna,
Yeah, I know. I was actually thinking about stopping right before something happens,
And then start.
and then starting again because it's been an hour. So like, we'll stop it when she leaves, because she's going to fill up the water.
Go and fill up the tea water.
The moldy water.
Bro, I just keep on putting my foot on it. I'm scared to start it. I'm scared to.
That's okay. You stay here. It won't take long. Pitcher in hand, Yuri hurries out of the classroom. Okay. Saving.
Bye, you guys. I love.
Okay, weirdo.
Bye. Love you guys.
Bye.
Bagels.
This is the end of the 4th episode.
Bye bagels and bye fagels.
Peace.
Peace out, Girl Scout.